Hey, 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 everyone. Hi, it's Friday. Wow, I think I need a little bit more light here. But anyway, how are you doing? It's a little early today for me to be in this community, but I wanted to come by early because tonight we have a special guest tonight for you. But I wanted to stop by early today and say hi, how everybody's doing. It's a nice day out there where I am at. What I call nice is nice bright sunshine and not too hot, but really mild temperatures. And I am loving that. So earlier on, I went out and got me some sunshine, got me my little walk, and I am back here. But I wanted to talk about your life's draft board. You know, I used to play the game of drafts. Yes, I remember playing that as a young girl. And man, I tell you that they used to beat me up. I didn't understand the game. But as I learned the game, then that made it a big difference in my life. Because I'm telling you, you got to make some moves, which you got to anticipate the other person's move, and you have to make some move to so you could win the game. So yeah, that was a very interesting game to play. And if you play chess, pretty much a similar concept. You have to make good moves, or else you're gonna die. You're gonna lose your man. They're gonna die. So today I wanted to stop by real quick as I was reading my book, Think and Grow Rich. Yeah. As I was doing some reading this morning, I came upon this fascinating piece of portion of the book talking about life's draft game. Hmm. What about your lives? What about your the game of life, the draft game that who is your opponent? And I thought that I'd just come by real quick because I won't be before you long because I see you later on and I tell you where and what's gonna happen. All right. So if you're gonna be watching me live, let me know where you're watching from. And if you're gonna be watching the replay, let me know where you're watching from. I'll definitely come back and I'll give you a shout out because today we want to talk about life's draft game. Who is your opponent? Who are you playing against? Huh? Or what are you playing against? Who is your opponent? Who is your opponent? We're gonna talk about that. And so, as we move into the discussion, I hope that you'll find some thing out of it that will impact your life. Now, primarily, I come to this community once per week, and today is Friday. Wow, I'm telling the days are just going by so fast. It's almost the middle of March, almost the third month in the first quarter for us as business owners. Yeah, we everything is done by the quarter and the quarter. Yeah, so so I made a commitment earlier on a couple of years ago that I would come to this community once per week to just share, just educate, inform, just share what I've been thinking about, what I've been reading, what I've been doing. Yeah, because primarily I do help to coach and I train home-based business owners to leverage the power of social media to take their business online. We talk about strategies, we talk about tips, we talk about tools that are available to us, and so it's an interesting ride for me, and it's an interesting arena to be in because I'm learning and growing, and as an entrepreneur myself in the business, in the industry with everyone, it's such a fascinating ride, but every now and again I take a pause because I want to speak to this community on some matters. So whether you're my entrepreneur friend or not, it's good for you to listen. And I'm readings are coming from the book Think and Grow Rich. All right. So the author talks about um, life is a draft board. And if you know what our draft board is made up of, every other spot, it's made up of like a number of squares, and every other spot has a different color. So it may be, I think it's designed for two persons. So you could do it in red and black or black and white or purple and green, whatever. So wherever one person would choose a color and another person would choose another color. And you start off with so many men at the top. I don't know the game to teach it to you. I remember playing it though, just learning it by the fly. It's so many men at the top, every other block, and then the other person start at the bottom, and they would move into those empty spaces or move into the space. But they always try to get into your space to kill your man or to get pass you because they want to be crowned king, right? They want to get to the top. There's certain little areas on the draft board. There's steps to the game, and I'm sure there are, how the game is played. So you can go look it up how a draft game is played, or if you play chess, pretty much similar, but as differences. Okay, so the writer talks about life being a draft board. Okay, and then he talks about what are you playing against, or who is your opponent, who are you playing against. But in this article, or in this part of the book, he says your opponent is time. Your opponent in life is time. So let's talk about the draft board. Because so we have an opponent. Two players play draft, and so I'm playing draft against against someone. And my purpose is to play the game so I become a winner. And the other person's purpose is the same, right? So we are all playing to, get ahead, or to crown king, or kill all these men along the way, and so on and so forth. But in life, what um Napoleon um, Napoleon Hill was talking about. He talks about your life being like a draft board, but your opponent is time. So for me, my opponent is time in this case. Okay, he says the player who we're playing with is time. It's the opposite, right? Opposite is opposing us. Time is we always say time is against us. Yeah, time waits on no man. Time, you know time is just going, and just, I mean, we can't catch up. We always say we don't have enough time, but we do have enough time. We get the same amount of time like everyone else, so time isn't the problem. It is the player. In this case, if you're playing against time, it is your game. You are the player. The time is constant, right? Time isn't going anywhere. So the talks, he said, if you hesitate, if you hesitate before moving. So if you know the game of draft, you know you got to make a move. And if you can't make a move, you got to take a pass, and then the other player is going to move. Okay? So if you can make, you have to make a move. Might be not a good move, maybe not a move that you probably really want to make, because you know you're going to lose a man if you don't play the move in the right direction, or if you put it in front, you're going to lose. You're going to it's going to kill your man right there. So he says, if you hesitate before moving, or you neglect to move promptly, we're talking about time now. We're talking about you being playing against time. We're not talking about these little men on the draft board now. We're talking about you playing against time. Me playing against time. Okay? So life is like a draft board. He's just using that analogy to bring something across to you. Okay? So for me here, I am playing against time. And if I hesitate before moving, before doing something within the time that I have, if I neglect to move promptly within the time that I have, your drafts, your little men on the board, my little, decisions, my ideas, my thoughts, my desires, right, will be wiped off the board. Yeah, will be wiped off the board. Those things that I'm thinking, will be wiped off. I take too long to make a decision. I take too long to make a move. I take too long to act upon my decision. I take too long to, or I just hesitated, or I be like, that's not gonna happen. Will be wiped off the board by time. Time is a serious man, my friends. All right. So we are playing. I am playing. My opponent is time right now. I'm working against the time that I have. I'm working with the time that I have, should say. Not against. I can't work against time. I'm working with the time that I have. I have 24 hours in the day. 60 minutes in the hour. So I'm working with the time that I have. I have so much to do. I have all these things to do, all these things I've decided to do, all these things I want to do, whatever it is, that you have that. And all the things that I don't want to do. Everything is wrapped up in that package. Time remains a constant. So on my draft board, I know time is there. So I have to make the moves. Time ain't going anywhere. Huh? Time is not going anywhere. Time is going to be on a draft board, just in my way, just up in my face, not going anywhere. Right? So I have to make the move. And it says if I hesitate before moving. So, okay, I might have an opportunity on the draft board, on the chess board, to move a man or to move a play or to make a play. And I hesitated. Hmm, didn't make the play, huh? I neglect to move promptly, huh? If I didn't move promptly, if I didn't, take advantage of that opportunity right there, if I didn't do that, your drafts, my ideas, my thoughts, my dreams, my desires, all of those will be wiped away off the board because time is not waiting. Time is going by, doing its own thing. So today, if I was thinking that, man, if I if I only had so and so and so, that's my little alibi today. If okay, that's in my head. All right, and I didn't do anything about it, or if because if I had it and I didn't do anything about it, then it's gonna be gone, and then it's gone, and then tomorrow I'm gonna be like, oh, if I only had it. See where I'm going? So today you have the opportunity, the moment. This is your moment. This is your time. We don't see this minute again. It's gonna be gone. We won't see this in the next tomorrow is going to be a different day. It's going to be a different time, different opportunity, different action. We're going to meet different people, different thoughts. Our subconscious mind is going to be rolling down the road in a different way. Different things are going to be happening all around us, our environment. We're probably moving from one home to another. We probably shifting jobs. We go to the supermarket tomorrow. Today we might go to happy hour. All these things are going to be operating within the moment of time. And now I have an opportunity to do something. If I don't do it today, tomorrow I'm going to be like, oh, if I only had more time. But here, Napoleon Hill is telling us that life is like a draft board. Mhm. The player that is opposite to you is time. Now, if you don't do what you need to do within the time that you have, if you hesitate in taking action, hmm, if you hesitate or you neglect to move promptly, because some things are so time sensitive. Have you ever gotten those mails and it says time sensitive, or you're on the job and some things are just time sensitive? They've got to be done by, it's like, by a certain a time. You have a click or assignments. You go to school and you have papers to write, and they have to be submitted by 12 o'clock, 11:59. You gotta hit that button because you need at least a couple of maybe a minute or so for it to for the computer to process. So you can't be hitting that button 12 o'clock and then, oh, I submitted it 12 o'clock. No, no, no. By the time they get it, it's going to be late. So you have got to hit that button before 12 o'clock so that it gets there by 12 o'clock. See, makes a big difference, right? So if you neglect to move promptly, yeah, if neglect to act, if you neglect to take care of the things you need to take care of now in this moment, very soon your draft board will be wiped clean because time is going to be like, what's supposed to happen today didn't happen. Tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's a brand new day. And so you are playing against a partner who will not tolerate indecision. Oh my goodness. Wow. Now, hmm, hmm. You're playing, I am playing, all of us, we are playing against a partner that does not tolerate indecision. And I'm going to let you digest that for the rest of the day because when we talk to folks about things, and about taking action, Doesn't necessarily have to be in business. It's just maybe in their personal life. Oh, I don't have enough time. I don't know if I have enough time. If I only had enough time, or if I had enough money, or if I didn't have to drive this far, or if I didn't have so many people in the house, or if all these if what we call them alibis, all these if I only had, all these if I coulda, woulda, shoulda. Yeah, but even in that moment, time is just sleeting by. Even in that moment, time is just sleeting by. And it is so, so serious, my friends, because it's just moving by and we're not even like getting a grip. We're not getting a grip. We are not. People like myself, we just really neglect the time that we have sometimes. And once that time is past, it's a serious matter. It's gone. Sometimes I have to catch myself. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Today, when today is gone, today is gone. Today is Friday. Tomorrow is gonna be Saturday. Today, Friday, the 11th is gone. That's gone, right? After 12 o'clock tonight. Oh, that's a new day, and so I cannot get back Friday the 11th of March 2022 after 12 o'clock tonight. So what I didn't get done within this time frame or up until 12 o'clock tonight, that's a new day. So I don't know sometimes if I we really pay attention, because I don't sometimes. We just go on our nonchalant way. We just, yeah. But how many of us are actually focusing on you making use of the time we have, right? Because as the writer says, that's what we are playing against. And all the things that we have to do, and all the people that we have to meet, all the circumstances that we have to face, all the happy times that we want to have, all the pleasurable moments we want to make, all the experiences we want to, all that is wrapped up in this time that we have here. Yeah. All that is wrapped up. All the moments we want to create, the memorable moments, how we want to enjoy ourselves, how we want to have the experience here, there, and and all we want to spend time with family, how we want to have a good time with our friends. Doesn't matter how we want to grow. We want to go to school. Want to have, we want to learn this. Whatever it is, all wrapped up in time, whether we get it done or we don't get it done. So, on your draft board of life, as Napoleon Hill talked about in his Think and Grow Rich, your opponent is time. You're playing against time. And when we make indecisions, when we don't take action, when we are indecisive, when we are, we just not playing the game, and keep it moving, or be be intentional, when we're not like, when we know we have our goals set and we don't do anything about them, when we're not taking doing the activities and all of that, when we're not treating our loved ones with care and compassion, when we are not like, take doing what we make, taking care of the commitments that we made to ourselves, all of that is wrapped up. When we're not doing all of us, after a while, time is gonna just wipe those all away, and we're gonna, it's like each day we start all over again. Huh? And then we be like, oh, yesterday is gone, but if I only had enough time, if I only didn't do this, if I shoulda, woulda, coulda, always come into play. So I just stopped by quickly today because I wanted to just share with you what I've been reading and what I've been gleaming from this. And, I just thought that this was so profound that he used a draft board as to form an analogy about how we respond, or how we use the time that we have, or what we do with the time. I want to just share that with you. I hope that something that I've said today has caused you to think. That's just what this has done for me. It has caused me to put a little bit more thought and processing into how I treat every minute of my day. And we all are human beings, and we all, we make mistakes, and we just, but sometimes we have to step back and take a moment and think about the time that we have. And the time that we have is so, so important. So while we play our game of life, or we just live our life and do what we have to do, remember that time is our we working against time. We work within the time, but we also work against it, because when it's gone, it's gone. All right, now my friends, later on today I want to invite you guys to participate in a webinar. Now, for those of you who know, maybe not know, let me tell you or remind you that as a travel advisor in my own rights here, I we do plan trips, and tonight we will have a presentation on this trip, going to Dubai. And so we'll have a presentation on iconic Dubai on Zoom. So if you want to participate in that, you go over to Yvette's Travel, and the information is right there. The Zoom link is at Yvette's Travel right here on Facebook, and you can participate in that. The time and all the necessary information is over there. And if you're in the Let's Go Travel group, then the information is there as well. So for those of you who are on my personal page and are not yet a part of Yvette's Travel, you don't necessarily have to be a part, but you can get over there to join the group if you want to participate in this Zoom later on tonight. Or you just message me if you want to participate in this Zoom. It's free. It's You don't have to go participate in the trip that we are planning, but it's good educational information. But some of us who probably want to go won't get to go, or some of us who are going will get a chance to watch the presentation and ask question. I'll post the link on in the at the top of this video. So for those of you who are here on my personal page, you can participate as well if you so desire. All right. Well, today's Friday. I won't take up any more of your time. I hope that you're having a great day where you are, and continue to have a great day. And of course, on Friday, we like to wrap it up here in my world. We work hard during the week, and then I like to finish early on a Friday where I can go and do some stuff and then get back for later on, which our webinar will be 7 p.m. on the Eastern time zone. I'm looking forward to seeing as many persons as I said. It's for educational purposes, and if anyone desires to travel with us to Dubai when we so go to when we go later on in the year, then the opportunity is yours. So it's wide open. Okay. All right. Looking forward to see everyone. But at the same time, when you take care of yourself, when you have fun, take care of yourself, love upon your family, love upon yourself, and have a great weekend. And I'll see you later. If not, I'll see you next week. Talk to you later. Bye.